Hello, my name is 𝔼𝕟𝕥𝕣𝕪 and welcome to my channel. I will be answering the 10 questions of the BookTube newbie tag, so I can talk, and basically introducing myself to all of you. So the first question out of the 10 is, why did you start this channel? Mainly this channel was meant to be for vlogs. As you can see on my banner, it was meant for fashion, creativity, and life. The life portion would have been vlogs, but since things are not really happening right now, it's just gonna stay with just random content that I do around the house and stuff. So it's just documenting my life journey and also just to watch my skills grow, and I will talk about that later. Now into question 2. So question 2 is, what are some things you can bring to YouTube? I would like to bring book discussions. I personally would like to talk hours on end about the book. I would like to just sit down with somebody and just go at it, deconstruct the book, the characters, character development, the world building, why the author said this instead of that. Just digging deep with the book. So I would like to bring that to my channel. If that's something you're into, just let me know. I also knit and crochet, so that is something you can also expect on this channel. Seeing a lot of people are getting into knitting and crocheting, which is awesome. But I like to see what I will bring to the community as well. I will also be doing fashion homeschooling. Because I refuse to pay student loans to go to a fashion school. I know I can go online, but still that tuition is skyrocketing and it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So it's just gonna be me, my books, and YouTube University. And if that's something you also want to see, I will be putting that on the channel. And also I'm also a programmer, so also putting out my portfolio on this channel and seeing what I make with that. What am I most excited about for my channel? Mainly what I'm most excited for, it would have to be, what did I put? Seeing what will happen with this channel, seeing the journey that I will go through. This is going back to question 1, this channel is mainly to document my life. So seeing myself grow with this channel is something I'm really excited for, and also making friends. I have a lot of online friends, so what's a few more, with the same interests. Okay, on to question 4. Why do you love reading? This is a very easy question. I love reading because reality sucks. Enough said. But seriously, I like reading because life is hard as it is, and just reading makes it a little bit better. Especially if you live in America, we are not going through the best times. So it's just something to take my mind off of things right now while I survive in America. And also, it brings connections. You get to connect with other people a little bit deeper. It's like, oh, you read that book? Yeah, I did. So, yeah, those are the 2 things I love about reading. You get to bond with other people, and you get to escape reality for a little bit. Question number 5 is, what book series got you into reading? Now, it wasn't a book series. It was more of just different books. So the first book I read in middle school, and it's my all-time favorite. I will always talk about the 𝔼𝕟 of Shadows by AVI, and it is such a good book. I don't want to ramble on this video about it, but I had to catch myself because it's a good book. But also, it was 𝔼𝕟 of Shadows by AVI. And also Evelyn Hopkins, she writes she wrote a lot of young adult books about basically good girls gone bad type of books, in the worst way, not Not in like, oh, she got with a bad boy, and like, no, it's bad. If you don't know who I'm talking about, she made the Burn and Smoke. Those were the books that I've read. I haven't read Smoke, but I read Burn, and I remember it was for like a English project, and I had to get more of her books. It actually happened. But question 6. What questions would you ask other booktubers? I would ask, how do you time manage and like plan your content? I suck at time management and consistency. Those are my like weaknesses. So I would like to know how do you time manage and like plan out? Like, do you plan, or do you like, okay, I read this book this week, this is what you're gonna get? Pretty much, because I don't know how to do that. And also, what are your guilty pleasure books? For me, I love the 80s and 90s romance books. I'm saying romance, but to keep it PG, but you know what I mean. Like today's dark romance books are like the 80s and 90s type of romance books. Those are my guilty pleasure books. I love those. Question 7 is, what challenges will be the hardest for you with BookTube? Of course, you're gonna get haters everywhere you go. Because people gotta talk about anything but themselves. But for me personally, about BookTube is consistency and time management, which is going back to question 6, like the last question, asking how do you time manage? Because I suck at consistency. I really do. This is why a whole bunch of my projects are not done. I actually have to finish one though. I gotta do that right after this. But yeah, so consistency and time management will be the hardest for me. Question 8. When did you start reading? I started reading at a young age. I always had a book in my hand. At a young age, I didn't enjoy reading that much, but I did enjoy it by myself, just not at school. School just made every subject boring to me, except for art. Art was okay. Art was there. And math. I'm a math nerd. But as an adult, I'm getting back into it, and I'm finding that I still enjoy it. Hopefully, I can get out of the slump that I am now, where I can meet my goal to reading 30 books this year. I'll read one. But hey, progress is progress. Okay, question 9. Where do you read? I read in my room. I barely leave my room. But if I want to get a little adventurous, get a little, out there, sit in the living room. Or if I really want to get crazy, I sit outside. It's crazy. I know. No, I sit on the porch. On the back porch. Really, that's it. Those 3 places: my room, living room, and the back deck. Yeah, that's pretty much where I go. But I stay in my room constantly. Okay, and final question: what type of books do you read? I love this question. I read a whole bunch. I love fantasy books. I also love paranormal, suspense and thriller, self-care and self-improvement, because those are truly important. I'm actually reading No Bad Parts. I forgot who the author is, but that's also on my reading list. But I also love to read the 80s and 90s throwback romance books. Those, I love those so much. They are too funny to read. But I also would like to get into horror. I don't know where to start with that. So if you know any good horror books, I would enjoy for y'all to list your favorite authors and some books that you've read in the past or you're reading right now. So yes, that is all 10 questions. Thank you so much for sitting down with me and listening and just clicking on the video. I thank you so much. So So if there's room for one more little channel, I'll be happy to join. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.